What is up, everybody? It is Wednesday morning. I figured I'd get on here real quick while we were waiting for the brokers to come in. I will be going back to work today. There we go. I guess I can manipulate that, right? There. Anyways, what's going on, man? What's going on? Let's see. We got overtaxed in Minnesota. Hey, you know where it's not snowing? It's going to be 72 degrees today, Dave. It's going to be 72 here. It's going to be awesome. Jose, good morning. Tennessee Trucking, good morning. We will be going back to work. TK, how are you doing? Pam, how are you doing? I'm interrupting and John Wayne video. Interrupting some English and or typing classes too. I know, I kid. So yesterday was kind of crazy. Scott, good morning. Hope you were doing well. Yesterday was crazy. So there was a police chase video. There was a police chase here in Springfield. So we're getting ready to take the dog for a walk. And it was a nice day out, and we hear lots of sirens. I mean, you guys have seen me do my live feeds from the front porch, just lots of sirens. And that indicated to me that there's something major going on, right? Because, and I look over the fence, and sure enough, 5 police cars. That's a police chase. So I get on the radio, the radio scanner, and yeah, there was a police chase. There was like 12 cop cars chasing this dude all over Springfield. They got it like 80, 90 miles an hour on the main roads around here. And I mean, the guy was calling the cops, threatening he was going to start hitting vehicles if the police didn't back down, and he was going to do the where you use a cop to end your life kind of deal. And he was threatening that, and he demanded to talk to one of the cops directly during the chase. And it was this whole thing. And it was interesting listening to it as it went down. And one of my friend's wives got hit, was one of the ones that got hit. She's all right. But I mean, that thing, everybody was talking about on Facebook, all my friends, and it was because they went to all 4 corners of town. And I was just kind of thinking, it's like, man, they went by, one of the areas they went by was where my daughter works. And I was like, man, what if she had been pulling out at that time? Because the dude was doing like 60 in the left turn lane, like in the middle to avoid traffic. It was pretty crazy. But they caught the guy. He ended up wrecking out. And they caught him, and apparently he had kidnapped somebody, and oh man, it was a whole deal. So yeah, it was so that was yesterday afternoon. So I ran my AC a little yesterday in Kansas. Good deal, Donnie. Hey, now my driveway almost melted. Right. Just tell me to go back to bed. Hey, Jeff, whatever Pete texted you this morning, I took care of it. I kind of explained. I called you back yesterday, but you didn't answer. What's up, Mr. Best? We don't have 5 cop cars here. We definitely have more than that. How big is Springfield Police Department? That is a good question. I don't know how much our roster. We have 160,000 people, and then we have Greene County as well. So there's I don't know. I don't know what the numbers are. I know they're hiring. That's for sure. So word horizontal, LOL, Jeff. I don't know what that's. OTJB getting pizza and beer. An English class wasn't priority. Dave, I'm just giving you hell. Wouldn't that be the shiznit? They need something. I mean, Rutherford's out, and Sirius XM's going to lose some serious customer base if Howard Stern ever dies or leaves or both. Oh man, Fate Trucking, good morning. I see you've been pretty active on YouTube lately. That's good to see. Mr. Roden, how are you? I hope all is well. Haven't talked to you in a while. Hope everything's, I know you've been through some tough stuff, but I hope you're doing all right. You're out there making the money. Nothing witty is in the house. Good morning. Everybody's talking to Jeff, Fate Trucking. So I agree. So music ain't it. Yeah. Okay. So Sirius XM. So I just got a thing in the mail from them. Now who needs English lessons, right, Dave? I just got a thing in the mail from them, and they were like, "We'll let you do $6 a month or $6 a month for a year, and you'll get the premium package." I mean, they're desperate to get you on, and 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 so Liquid Metal is the primary channel that I listen to, and it's absolutely just trash. I mean, they're playing the same songs, like the same stuff, and I get it. You need ratings. You need to play the usual Metallica, Megadeth stuff, but the people that run that channel are very biased, right? So you're only hearing like a small spectrum of a wide music spectrum, right? And it seems like it's like that all the time. Deep cuts, it's the same crap that you hear on your local hard rock station. And then Howard Stern is just absolutely it's stupid now. Other than a few antics that Richard Christie does, it's the same stuff. It's the same, and it's only because I'm friends with Richard Christie. I know him personally, so it's like that was one of the main reasons why I picked Sirius over XM. Back when there were two separate companies, because I wanted the Howard Stern show, and it's been good entertainment. But even Howard Stern's interviews haven't been that great. So, but then his thing about what he said about the thing that goes in your arm and people deserve to die and that kind of thing. I heard that personally, and I was like, yeah, I'm out. So, are you going to Matt's? Sweet. I'm gonna go to Matt's in style. I'm actually renting a car, so I don't know if so. Gonna call it a business expense. Big Houston. I can't wait to catch up with you at Matt's. That'll be good. As a kid, I told my father I wanted to become a trucker like him, probably some hidden Chinese DNA in my body. What are you talking about? But that's good. That's good, Tyson. I'm glad that you're multitasking. The music on SiriusXM, if you listen long enough, you start hearing the same things, like they just like pick 100 songs and then that's it, right? So there was really no. It was tough. I mean, to get rid of it after having it for my entire trucking deal. But with all the streaming, I pay for YouTube Premium, I pay for Spotify, which YouTube Premium gives you the free YouTube Music app. And so I've got plenty of music apps. If I want news, there's plenty of podcasts out there. So when your congressman talking about the crime rates in Springfield being out of control, yeah, Dave, it is. It really is. Drugs. Look, Any of you who's driven on the West Coast have seen the increase in the drug use and the homeless. You know that there's three factors. You have overpriced housing. It's getting harder and harder. Cost of living is going up. So you have a lot of homeless people because of that. Mental illness is up. A lot of people, especially in Seattle, are that they're fighting that. But then the third thing is drugs. And they did a poll. They said that 90 something percent of people that are homeless in Seattle are have some kind of addiction. And 100% have some kind of addiction or mental illness or both. So Springfield is seeing that, and talking to personal people that actually work for Greene County, they're, it's talking about the heroin use is up and the fentanyl. The fentanyl is really bad. And so the State of the Union address was just absolutely just, I don't know if I even want to talk about that. So, but yes, Dave, two things woke me up to what was going on in Springfield. One was live PD, and the second one was the stats that FBI was putting out during my concealed carry class. So I don't either. Les, good morning. Hope all is well with you. Yeah, it's beyond that. Draco, good morning. Hope all is well. Yeah, I heard about that. Look, I used to be entertained by him. I really did. I used to enjoy the show. The rude, crude doesn't really bother me, but he went from, is when you go from rebel to feeding all the narratives, that's a thing. So, oh, I'm sorry, Draco. Is it Draco? I see the trucker convoy yesterday on I-70 in Indiana. Oh, yeah, Big Houston. Let's talk about that. So, I believe it was Monday. Yeah, it was Monday they went through. And, Big Rick CO, he called me up. He goes, hey, man, exit 84, they got it blocked off. And they've got like two fire trucks holding the flag up. There was like a whole crowd out there. And it was pretty cool, right? So I thought, I looked at the time. The convoy was supposed to have been going through here about 9, and apparently they were running behind because they're only averaging about 40, 45 miles an hour when they go through big cities. And so I decided to grab my son, and we went to go see if we could see anything. We caught the very, very, very tail end of it. So I decided to get on I-44 and went underneath the two main overpasses where all the crowds were hanging out. That was pretty cool. That was very touching. And then our local news station did a thing on Facebook about it, and the comments of that are absolutely horrendous. The message that the convoy wanted to put out there is completely lost for two reasons. One, obviously the Ukraine-Russian war. Two is because of the way narratives are displayed, because you can't be, if you're not ultra left, you're ultra right, there's no in between, people will automatically lump you with the group. And once they do that, you're not getting your message to them. And so the same narrative that went against the Canadian convoy, it's not as bad with us, but it's been happening for a long time. So people look at, well, they're saying inflation's going up because shipping rates are going up. Truckers are making the most money that they ever have, because everybody only looks at the gross. Now, I will say this: it did put a little bit of a lump in my throat to see the support that was out there, but it was immediately taken away when I read the Facebook comments of what people were viewing the convoy. There was almost no support when it came to the general public on Facebook. Calling us a bunch of, well, nobody likes Trump, so there's that. And then these people need to get back to work. These people must be making really good money if they can afford fuel and those nice trucks. So what are they bitching about? Those kind of comments. And so I feel that the message was lost to the general public, and that is sad because yeah, protests are legal here in America. However, it's so easy to use. It's so easy to use that against you. So, Jeremy Rice, good morning. You'll be at Matt's Friday and Saturday. I will be there from Wednesday to Sunday. So, Matt's is March 24th through the 26th, Thursday to Saturday. I will be arriving Wednesday evening. Like Howard Stern, since girl came on top of, yeah. Yeah, I mean, those were the classic days. When they first got in Sirius XM, it was no holds barred, and now it's like just a bunch of rich people bitching about how crappy their lives are. So, Rick, what's up? Yeah, Dave, that was a weird we actually rewound that because we have the DVR. You can rewind live, whatever bullshit, and we actually rewound that. Did he actually just say that? That's weird. No. Mr. Wilson, cancel my XM radio because Road Dog Trucking fired Kevin Rutherford for his political views. Yeah, look, I think in the days of all the podcasts and stuff like that, Sirius XM is struggling. Their platform is struggling, especially if you get on a station that has commercials. I mean, the whole appeal of Sirius XM was you can get different channels that you couldn't get on regular radio and no commercials. So they're bombing civilians directly now, it seems, because the military of Ukraine doesn't want to lay down arms and they do not want to get caught in city fighting. That's a terrible situation over there, Dutch. Shame on me. I still don't understand what the trucker protest is about. It's making a look at this point. It's making a statement. I guess it's just getting our voice heard, Rick. That's the thing. That there was nothing. There's nothing. Well, okay, Rick. There you go. You just kind of explain the problem. The only problem I have with it is the message isn't getting out there. Whatever message that they're trying to do is not getting out there. There's no, okay, this is what it's about. That there's so many different things. And that to me is the tragedy of all of it. Yukon, what's up? Glad to see you in here. I like Kevin Rutherford for his war against the standard American diet. Not necessarily his trucking stuff. Although it was funny when he was in an an online war with Truckers Coach. That was kind of funny. You can't believe anything about Russia, Ukraine. I saw footage from 10 years ago. That's the danger that we're in. And there's a lot of misinformation going on out there. I mean, what's happening is a tragedy on both sides. And so it's one of those things that just really shows you that we'll never know the truth. But yeah, so raised a lot of money for that convoy. What's going to happen with that? There's a lot of money raising things that happen for all kinds of different things, all kinds of different causes that is only about one thing: getting that money. You know, everybody that donated to the protests that were going on a couple of years ago, that organization just up and disappeared. So I was hoping, Dave, I was thinking that, have you ever seen the TV show Designated Survivor? I started watching that, but I haven't finished it. I think it's on Netflix now. I was fully expecting something like that to happen. Jeez, God. That would be a good one. That would be a good one. Trying to buy a truck, Josh? Good luck. Look, here's the deal. I said 2 or 3 years ago that the press was our biggest enemy. And the influence that social media has in our lives. Don't believe me? Everybody's got a phone in their hand. Everybody's looking at something. I don't care if it's Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok. It's all a way to manipulate you. And we live in a world where if a tragedy happens today, no one will believe it, depending on what the narrative is. Think about this. Someone asked, well, what if there's a nuke, right? What if there's a nuke? Okay. Let's say a nuke is detonated on U.S. soil. Now, all of a sudden, our narratives are out the window and we would be unified. That's the last thing that anybody wants to conquer is for us to be unified. We are more divided now than ever before. And all you got to do is put a little Facebook story in, make it go viral. Now it's a cancer. Mr. Wilson, what are you doing? I'm not even playing guitar. For your bunker in the backyard. Thank you. I got I'll show you what I got today, Mr. Wilson, yesterday. Look what I got. Oh, you guys can read that. This thing is the Shiznit. The only way inflation can be reversed is to acquire a major change. And usually that change has to be war. So there you go. We could come up with sort of sponsorship stickers on the truck. The problem with that is there's a liability with that, because I asked Jeff why people don't do that, because here I was about to buy this trailer. It's a big white trailer, I'm driving a billboard, right? Thomas Wilson, thank you very much. I appreciate it. We're gonna display your name there for a minute. So let's say that I don't know, well, I'm Olight, and I want Snorelord to endorse my product. So I'm going to buy a vinyl, put it on his trailer, pay him a certain amount of cash to go down the road. And I get in a huge wreck. I kill a family because I'm an idiot, right? Now, people are going to look at the names on the side of that trailer and go, those Olight bastards killed my family. So that's why it's a slippery slope to do that. And also why I don't believe in putting your YouTube logo all over your truck, which every YouTuber almost does it, you know, because it makes you a target, right? So if you have this huge wreck and you've got a big thing plastered on the side of your truck or trailer that says your YouTube name, that doesn't look well, especially if you do something like, let's say you just take out a pole, or you're in the wrong neighborhood, or you tore up somebody's yard. Now they know exactly where to go. Makes you a target. So I did the whole thing. I did a little Snorelord logo underneath my driver's door on my Peterbilt, but everybody keeps asking me why I don't do that for the green truck. I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. That's true, Dave. Nukes are fake. World War II bombings weren't even the deadliest bombing. There was no fallout. No fallout at any other nuclear incident or Chernobyl, Fukushima, 3 Miles, etc. I've There's a stat out there. Yukon, if you got your Googles ready, how many nuclear bombs have happened above ground? I know they do them underground now, but yep, Mr. Wilson, that is something that you can believe in right there. Tomorrow, I'll be sure to fill up today when I get out there. Pale Rider TV, what's up? I don't know, but there's been evidence of that happening. Look, people want ratings, so that's part of, you got to look at motive, you got to look at intention, right? And so if one group doesn't want another group being attacked, they will make it look like they're the opposing thing, right? So it's easy to take a news source and change the audio or change the origin. Um, for example, Diesel Bro, there was back when um, there was an anti-Muslim sentiment out there. Someone took pictures of dead children, or one of the kids was beheaded, and the article stated that these Muslims had kidnapped this Christian family and killed their kids until, and threatened to kill them until they said that they denounced Christianity or something like that. But if you did a little bit of someone did a little bit of digging and found out that it was actually a car accident that happened in Mexico. You couldn't tell. It was a desert. It's desert out in the Middle East. And so the narrative was, let's hate Muslims. So let's make it look like they did this tragedy, when in reality someone's taking advantage of these photos. And so that is happening a lot with all the conflicts going on right now. And because unless you're a linguist, unless you know other languages, you don't know what they're saying in these videos. So you don't know what the context is. Context is very, very, very important. Look at you, just RD. Always come to the center there. Chucky, what's up? Oh, sir, good morning. I still haven't put my step system on. I will probably be doing that today, depending on what load I get out of here. Yeah, well, I mean, look, they're using our freedom of speech against us. I learned a strong lesson about eating out here on the road. Never had food poisoning before. It's definitely not fun in a truck. I've also never been this sick in my life. Tennessee trucking, that sucks. So I hope you get over it. I really do. Brandon wants every country except U.S. to produce more oil, including Russia, right? What he agrees with you. That's funny. There you go. Yukon and RD will have a little YouTube war. Only one New York Times reporter was allowed to report on all of it. Anyone else was arrested. I'm not going to debate this because I know nothing about it. The Mac Britt is sitting at home. I hope you're enjoying your home time, Britt. I hope all is well. Belief is the enemy of knowing. Just RD. You can believe that battle is real, Dave. I honestly believe that. Look, here's the deal, man. It's easy to be overwhelmed with all of this, all of it, and look, I was listening to the State of the Union address last night, and here's the deal. His speech was more of campaign rhetoric than the actual state of the union. It was more like, we're going to do this and we're going to do that, and this is a problem, but we're going to do something about it. It's the same promises with the same people, and that's why I tweeted what I tweeted last night. These people don't care about you. When they showed that Supreme Court justice that's retiring, he was pushed out. He's being pushed out, but yet he's sitting there looking all grateful, and he was acting. It's all a show, okay? It's all a show. There's no way that you can do a State of the Union and not address the problems that this country's had for the last, 30 years. And so if you go back and watch every State of the Union, Trump included, it's the same promises, the same things, the same arguments, the same points, the same division. Half the people clap, half the people don't. They're sure to show a Republican being upset when the Democrat says something, and vice versa. And and the two ladies in the back, that was more annoying than anything else, especially the facial expressions, all this acting. It was all acting, people. It's all acting. And so you want to know the State of the Union? Look in front of your hood. How many times have you replaced your shocks in the last 6 months or last year? And he addressed, the infrastructure is bad. Well, how did we get here, Mr. President? No, it's the same promises, broken promises every single year. And the reason why they didn't do a State of the Union address last year, I think, was because it would not have been, it would have been blatantly a lie versus a very good, cover-up lie. Get a farm and forget what those lizard people do. Yeah, and there was parts where he was like, what are you talking about? Rick, I wanted to see just if it was as bad it was going to be. So I wouldn't, look, everybody was going to spin bits and pieces of it, so I wanted the context. I wanted to watch the whole thing. I wasn't doing anything. I was sitting at home. Why not, right? So, look, and if you're not aware, then, that's when stuff can sneak up on you. I don't even know who that is, Dave. But if that was the State of the Union address, this is the bottom line. I don't care what side of the fence you're on, whether you're political or non-political. It just shows you how out of touch an entire group of governing bodies are. That's just it. That's it. That if there's anything to take away is just how out of touch these people are. Oh, okay. I doubt it, Dave. I doubt it. But it's and we'll give this another 15 minutes or so. There's a couple of loads I wanted to call on. Dat board went down last night for maintenance. It seems to be back up today. There you go, Jacoby. There you go. I had to look. I watched it last night and I kind of regret it because I was kind of depressed. Because it just the reality of these people are so out of touch with reality was almost too much to bear. And when they started talking about people struggling financially and and all these things that they're promising to make you feel like they're like the whole corporate tax thing, that was just like, and all I heard was more regulations, more bills, more things to pass, and they're using your fear to make sure that you go, I want you to pass that because I can't get any money to eat this week. They want you in that position. That's it. They want you in that position where you're desperate for them to pass whatever it takes to make your life better. And the problem is, it will never get better unless you do something about it. Oh, wow. I dabbled in that a little bit, Thomas, and I guess I just didn't stay in the long game. No, I have not, Bill. I haven't listened to any responses at all. It's all theater. It's all just yeah, exactly, RD. It is a theater. Sometimes a cheesy movie comes on and you want to watch it just for watching it. Tolga, what's up? It was always the same. And what's worse, we voted put them. Well, that's the thing, Jose. Every single president's had pretty much the same State of the Union address, with the exception of the differences of bills. I think at one point, didn't he say that he reduced the debt by $1 trillion or something like that? I don't know. It's beyond my comprehension. So therefore, I do not talk in this theater. Canadian broker, what's up? How are you doing? I know that Steven Crowder was doing a live fact checking while it was going on. I should have watched it with that. But the last thing I want to hear is someone talking over something I'm trying to listen to. But look, we'll get off the politics here. The bottom line is this. The bottom line is this. These people do not have your best interests at heart. They only have their interests at heart. That's it. People of power love their power. And that's what it's all about. So just go about your day, do the best you can, dodge the bullets, and don't get caught up in the 50 million narratives out there that are designed to manipulate you. And I agree, it's an illusion. Look, we have this illusion of things here. So, all right. So, if anybody wants to come in, let's do this. Again, we're not going to get too political. If you want to just stop in and say, hey, or if you want to talk about something entertaining, we can do that. There you go. Keep your cursing to a minimum, and no talk about certain tools. Fake war. I don't know if it's a fake war. I know that I was behind some chick at the post office that was very upset, and she was trying to mail things to Russia. So, Pale Rider got a roll. Pale Rider, you have a safe and wonderful day. I will shout at you later. I agree, Jacoby. I agree. Just look, I'm not one of these, I'm not an anti-American. I love America. And we do have a lot of freedoms still for now that a lot of people don't. And right now we're not getting bombed regardless of the root cause of whatever it is. So, that's a plus. I could still go out and scratch a living right now. As tough as it may be, I could still go out and scratch a living. We are living through the longest I told you so ever. Took me a second, but now I get it. That's funny. I have a massive connection problem today. I'm watching the stream 1 minute back, so get ready for irrelevant comments. Hey, I'm always putting irrelevant comments in. So that's I'm nothing but an irrelevant comment. So I'm the longest irrelevant comment ever. Toga, you must be in a bad area. So other than that, on the trucking sphere, fuel is going up. Let's see if I can find this here. I think I do better with the camera here. Hold on. According to my TMS, one of our TMS systems. Oops. I got to get rid of that SiriusXM app. Let's see. As of Monday, the average across the entire country fuel price is $4.02 a gallon. It's up 7 cents from last week. That's the average. And then dry van spot market rates are down a couple of cents to $3.10 a mile. National Reaver spot is $3.52. It's down a couple of cents. Flatbed remains steady at $3.17. So the fact that there's not much, that's about right for the difference between van and reefer. But that flatbed, that's pretty good. We're pretty close to flatbed, which usually, traditionally, I think pays better because of the work involved. So yeah, I took that off our TMS, but the average price of fuel is $4.02, and it's going to go up even more. So just be aware. When you quote your loads, just be aware that cost is going to go up this year, as it has been going up this year. And you might run in an area where there's like literally a 30-cent increase within a week. I know that happened to me recently. So for how long? That's where I'm at, RD. That's where I'm at. You're really getting my mind. Fuel was $4.41 in Georgia this morning. Wow, holy crap! It's been a minute since I've been down there, but yeah, that's good. We're gonna see $5 fuel nationwide. I'm afraid, unless something major happens. When was the time you felt the politicians had your best interests? It seems both Canada and USA, the game of politics is effective perception of government actions. When you're a kid, you have faith in your people. When you're a teenager, especially, I look back at the past presidents that I voted for out of my 20s, and you don't realize just how much things aren't right, because look, it's experience, right? I know 20, from age 25 to now, I know 25 more years of experience that shows that the same speeches happen. And then, so when you look back, you're like, oh, it's always been like this. And when you look at the what led up to and the results of World War II and World War One, be honest with you, it's the same thing. It's the same, and if you read The Fourth Turning, you now you get the psychology of it. Now you get the whole idea. And so it's an illusion that gets lifted. So pretty much, I think 444 in Indy. I might just have to go to my short haul only strategy. I was thinking about taking a longer load out of here, but we'll see. Well, wow, holy crap, Mr. Wilson, that's crazy. 438 Jackson, Florida. Wow. Just called Road Dog Radio, was told Kevin threatened someone's life live on the radio. I missed that. Anyone else hear him threaten someone's life? I don't know, Truman. Actually, I'm at the home, but this problem has been often, especially the last 2 years. Probably my house's area is fully bad for internet. Might want to look at a different carrier. I remember one time when I was with Sprint, I was in Vandalia, Illinois, looking at their phones and thinking about upgrading my phone, but they didn't have a Sprint dealer. I was like, why? They didn't have, there was one service provider that provide, kind of like Best Buy, you can have multiple service providers. So I went in there, I was like, why don't you have Sprint? Because Sprint doesn't have a good signal here. And I looked at my phone, I'm like, oh yeah, I guess you don't. So they don't sell Sprint phones. So yeah. So well, yeah, I know, Thomas. That's a good deal. Because I know the surveillance that we have nowadays is through the roof versus those days. Wow, 7% today. That's crazy, Britt. Yeah, I better get to work so I can donate to the cause of making oil billionaire or trillionaires rich. Look, here's the deal. No one's protecting you. No one's saving you. You got to fight for everything that you have. That's it. Oh, that reminds me. Doing this weird thing right now. Okay. It's called reading, something like that. Now, I listen to this on audio, but I wanted to get a physical copy. This book take a screenshot. Ryan Mickler. I highly, highly, highly recommend this book. And what's a better bookmark than an advertisement for magazines, right? I had to send one of my tools back to get repaired because it was screwing up, by the way, which is why that's out. There you go, Mr. Bill. There you go. Yeah, I've heard about that, but I just went to Verizon. Fran, what's up? Anyways, I highly recommend that. It's a book called Sovereignty, and it's about taking control of your life as a male. But females can read that and get the same message. It's no, he's not in New York. Um, Ryan Mickler's got a really good YouTube channel. He is definitely someone worth watching. So Shadow Wolf, what's up, man? I'm getting ready to go back to work, Shadow Wolf. I really am. I started the truck up yesterday, ran it for about 30 minutes. It was good to go. I'll probably, so I think I tried playing the retrack video, but I got this cool step system. Let's see if I can find it here. I think I took that video down. All right. There we go. Now the internet wants to slow down. I don't know what it is about Retract's YouTube thing. Okay, there it is. All right, so let's do this. Share screen. Share screen. StreamYard. Wow. All right, check this out. It's muted, but this is what it does. Oh, sir, was the one that pointed this out. How many of you have hurt yourself getting in and out of your trailer? Now, I would have the other door closed so I have something to grab onto, but I bought one of these. They're pretty cool. And so the roller thing prevents that from happening. So we'll see. I'll do a review of it. Yeah, so there you go. All right, let's get rid of that. All right. That's the beauty of owning your own trailer. So, Pamela, what's up? Old geezer aid. That's something I can use. There you go, Dutch. 4.5G. So, all right. I think we're going to call it a wrap. It's after 8. I've been on here almost an hour. So, cool truck. What's up? You're late. So we're going to do this. We're going to share a video file. And guys, thanks for watching. And be safe out there.